Let's talk vinyl. Last time I did a vinyl video was my UHQR rant. The next day, Chad Cassim called my office. I met him once at Capitol Audio Fest last year when he was working the booth and bought some albums from him. He did not remember me. That's not why he called. He called because he saw my passion as an enthusiast in the video. And he said, before we begin this conversation, did you get a copy? And I said, yes. Around 11 o'clock at night, I got a copy. So now I'm happy and I can say that I have both UHQRs in the Bob Marley series. And I'm assuming or hopeful that if I didn't have a copy, he would have found a way to get me a copy. I saw today people were complaining that they were getting emails from Acoustic Sound saying that they weren't numbered due to the debacle, and people were saying, well, I wonder how many there really are. Who cares? I can get you a Santana Abraxas MoFi right now, sealed, brand new, at normal market rate, unfortunately, and I don't own one for that reason because I'm not going to pay that kind of money. But I can get them all day long sealed. The number on the back of all of those sealed Santana Abraxases is empty. They're promo copies. Everyone knows that you produce more than the allotted amount for damage issues, scratching issues, warped issues. I got an album, UHQR Kind of Blue. I had to have it sent me a new album because it kept skipping on the B-side. I proved that I damaged it, kept the box and the papers. They sent me a new album. So, of course there's going to be more than the allotted amount because you have to have replacement copies for shit that happens. Unless you're a flipper, why do you care what number it is? Does it really matter if it's a particular number or no number? Now, if you're trying to flip one of or 3,500 of 3,500, I get it. But I could care less whether it's numbered or not numbered. It makes no difference as long as I can enjoy it. That was the point I was making to Steve in his video at the Audiophile, Steve Westman, which was when he contacted me after my conversation with Chad, which was well over an hour. And all I will say is very appreciative that he took the time to call me. I'm no audio reviewer. I'm no audio distributor. I don't sell any products. There's no financial gain from this hobby. There's only financial loss of me spending my money on this hobby. But it was awesome that Chad reached out, and I love the fact that he takes it serious when he sees that clients are unhappy. He understood the frustration. He did make a very valid point. You have no way of knowing who's buying and who's flipping. If I look up your account, Eric, and I see that you've bought every UHQR, how do I know you didn't flip it? Valid point. Valid point. I didn't flip them. They're all sitting over there. But how do you know? And how do you know if 10 people around the country each buy one album, they're not part of a syndicate, which I run a sports syndicate, where a group is getting together to purchase the product in mass, one individual person at a time, to then flip on the aftermarket. You don't know. Sports cards are a big syndicate group thing where people buy boxes together, chipping their money, looking for that golden card that's going to make the box worthwhile. You don't know. And he made a very valid point, and he explained it to me. Yes, he sent out emails on the prior albums. He didn't send one out. It was all through social media, and the website crashed. But I still appreciate the fact that he took time to call, and we spent an hour plus having a conversation about everything but the actual UHQR Exodus that I just received a few days ago. The other thing is, we talked about the Dark Side of the Moon because it is the 50th anniversary of Dark Side of the Moon, as I have the first remastered 1979 MoFi copy. You can go on Wikipedia, actually, and I got this off Wikipedia. I'm still on the Wikipedia page. In 1979, The Dark Side of the Moon was released as a remastered LP by Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab. In April 1988, they released it on their Ultradisc Gold format. I also have that as well. In Japan, they had released versions in 1989. You're looking at that right here. This is cool. It has the poster and the book inside of it. and the different art. I have the 2016 remastered pressing. I have the 30th anniversary. I didn't buy the 50th anniversary because I didn't see any music value in it. And I asked him why no UHQR of Dark Side of the Moon. He gave me the answer that made complete, utter sense. Because what I said to him is, I said, Chad, you already put out the 5.1 SACD, so I know you have the rights to release the Dark Side of the Moon. Why not a UHQR? At this moment in time, he gave me the why not answer. I'm not going to release that. Maybe he will in a future video, but it was nice to actually get the answer. So what I can say is, I'm going to kick back, I'm going to relax, I'm going to smoke this cigar, and as they say, don't worry about a thing. I'm going to spin the vinyl. And again, if you're not a guy with $1 million system, because I'm not, and you don't have 275,000 dart seals like my buddy and Michael Fremer's latest tour, and you don't have 350,000 XVX Chronosonic Wilsons like my friend and Michael Fremer's system, and you don't have the same preamp that my friend has and Michael Fremer has for 65,000, and you don't have transparent Opus cables that retail for 80,000, it doesn't mean you can't have fun listening on the cheapest equipment available. I guess I didn't make that clear on Steve's video. There is no better time to be a cheap audiophile than now. When I try to pull people into the hobby, I do it with the cheapest gear possible. And I enjoy watching videos on inexpensive gear at the Audiophiliac, at Darko Audio, and various other channels around the tube. So, once again, enjoy whatever you have, regardless how much it costs. Whether it's a $125 album or whether it's a dollar bin album, who cares? Some of my best albums that sound the greatest are dollar bin albums. I bought a Dizzy Gillespie, the Best of Dizzy Gillespie album, in like a $7 bin at a record store. I still have not heard a Dizzy Gillespie album that sounds better than this album. But back to my Rolex comparison, I wasn't saying the watch was the best watch on the market. I was saying they have the toughest buying standards where you can't walk into an AD and purchase a Rolex at retail, a men's Rolex at retail, unless you're on a VIP list. Chad made a very valid point. Again, how the hell does he know just because I bought every UHQR that I'm not a flipper? And the answer is he doesn't. This is your March 2nd, not having a UHQR Dark Side of the Moon as of yet, and I know why, on the 50th anniversary, and I'll enjoy whatever phantom mysterious number my Exodus is. Good day and good luck.